Jai Mata Di. Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about rotocaps and we are going to see how a rotocap works. I hope you guys remember I have just showed you a video ki when the valve is, the exhaust valve or inlet valve is being tapped by the valve guide, what happens is rotocaps rotate. When these rotocaps rotate, they rotate the spindle along with them. When the valve spindle rotates, then if any dirt or any particle is there between the valve and the valve, so that gets removed. So there is no damage happening to the valves easily. The life of the valve increases. So these rotocaps play a very important role. Now the thing is ki how does this rotocap rotate automatically? What is there inside? Ki each time you are tapping tap and it is rotating. Now for that, see, this is how a rotocap works.
Are your promotions slow? Not getting the respect that you deserve on board ship? If you are a marine engineer who is looking for faster promotions and earning respect on ship, then don't worry, Merchant Navy Decoded has your back. Introducing excellence packages for every rank now. You want to learn about purifiers, compressors, electronics, automation, MEGI engines, RT-Flex, ME engines. Don't worry, we are there. Learn anytime, online, offline, whether you are on land or on board ship. Engineers who invest on upgrading themselves, they lead. What are you waiting for? Go to the discussion box and you will find different ranks, different excellence packages. Start investing now. Jai Mata.
You see this clearance over here, this is very important guys. This is clearance A and this clearance is because of a spring plate fitted inside. I'll show you guys when I open it. This whole rotocap assembly is being held by a small circlip over here. This is that circlip which is being put over here in this groove, which I have already removed from this over here. Copied guys? So now let me show you what a rotocap is. Let me open this one. So first of all, I remove the circlip with the circlip plier over here. I remove this circlip, then I remove this lower body. Copied guys? Now I was talking about the spring plate guys. I hope you remember. Now just have a look. Have a look over here. Just a second. Okay. Can you see this gap over here? This gap? It is because of this spring plate over here. Now we will have a very close look. Can you see this spring plate guys? It is not completely straight. It is slightly like this. Slightly like this. Slightly curved downwards. And it is kept like this. I'll kept it how I have removed. Now this is another plate where you can see. Just a second. Let me clean this part. So this plate was put over here and it has got a groove. You see this groove? Basically it is in these grooves that these balls are sitting over here. You can see these balls and spring. So these balls over here are seated in this groove over here guys. This spring plate is very important. This spring plate that I am talking about guys. It should always be put in the direction, the curved part, the lowered region towards the ball and spring. Why? I'll definitely give a theoretical example later. Why? Another thing is, you see guys, just have a look. The balls and the spring. Just have a look. What is something unique about these balls and the spring is that all are in one direction. You see, this is clockwise direction. All are in clockwise direction. They can also be in anti-clockwise direction. Now this indicates that when you are hammering it like this, the balls are in clockwise direction. So the force will happen tick, tick, tick. Why? Because when from the top, okay, just a second. You put this and you put this. This is the spring plate. So when from the top, there is a push happening. It is basically this spring plate down below. This gets compressed and becomes, it is like this, it becomes straight when it gets compressed. Now the moment the force is removed, it again becomes back to the curved thing. Have a look once again. So when the force comes, it becomes straight and again becomes like this. So when it is becoming straight, what happens? these springs over here get compressed by the balls. Tick, like this. The distance decreases. Okay? And as soon as the force is removed, the spring plate comes to its normal position. Again it comes like this. So the movement is tick, tick, tick for all these units. So what happens is, this creates a force. This creates a force and the roto cap is rotated. Now someday one person decides, "Arey nahi bhai," he doesn't know how this logic works. He puts 3 in this direction and 3 in opposite direction. Now what will happen? 3 forces will be in the clockwise direction and 3 these forces will be in the anti-clockwise direction. So this roto cap will not rotate. Other person says he puts 4 in clockwise direction, 2 in anti-clockwise direction. So the net resultant will be movement of only 1 in clockwise direction because of one spring. Because rest will negate the effect of others. Only 1 will be moving. 2, sorry. So 2 in clockwise, 4 in clockwise and 2 in anti-clockwise. So when I put these 2 in anti-clockwise, these 2 in clockwise get negated. Force factor. So only these 2 in clockwise factor are going to rotate the roto cap. So then even though the roto cap rotates, but the limitation will be very limited. The rotation will be very limited. This is what you have to see. Another thing is, anywhere you go guys, what are these holes for? What are these holes for? These are the holes from where the lube oil goes inside for lubrication of these balls and springs over here. These springs and these balls need to be in good condition all the time. Now I'm going to remove. See guys, let me show you the movement. So oil आता कहाँ से? From here, comes over here, lubrication of the balls and the spring, and then goes out. Because lubrication is very important. It is very important to ensure that these ball surfaces are good in condition. No scratch marks, movement is good. These springs are in good condition. Very important. They should not be slack. They should not be bent. They should not be damaged. And most importantly, the groove over here. So I will have to clean this. The grooves over here should not be dents, or there should not be no markings over here. The movement of this ball over in the spring should be free. Because if the movement is free, this ball is going to come back, and then because of spring pressure, when it goes like this, then only force is created. This movement needs to be free. What happens if this spring plate becomes flat? If this spring plate becomes flat, if it is not curved, the balls will always be in same position. They are not going to get compressed much. So the force exerted will be less. Why? Because if this spring plate becomes straight, the springs will never get compressed. They will be in the same stage. It is because of this spring plate getting bent or by getting compressed or getting flattened is that these springs are getting compressed. When this spring gets compressed and when this spring plate becomes normal, they again expand, and that is how a force is created. Copy it guys? So this is very important. The bent nature is very important. No scratch marks, very important. The ball condition, the spring condition, these should be clean condition. That is very important. Copy it guys? That is what you need to remember. Now I'm going to clean it and show you the condition. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di guys. So after a short break, I have cleaned all these 4 roto caps. For a diesel, I had to clean them. Now I'll show you the difference. Have a look at this spring and have a look at this spring. See the difference in the free length. Now this is what is the difference guys. Now these are the springs of this roto cap that need to be changed. So I'll be changing them with the new one. Get me these new ones. Okay, I've got 4, 5, 6. So these are the new springs that I have got, and I am going to put the old ones aside. So Jai Mata Di guys, now let me start overhauling one of the roto caps for you. So guys, I'll put the ball first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now I'll start putting the springs. 1. I'll press the ball first and then put the spring. 2, 3, 4 4 5 6 Copy it, guys. Now I put this. I'll put this plate. Now ये curved part है. If I try to put this, it will never seat over here. No, not seating. But if I put this is the curved part which seats onto the balls. See, it has seated properly. You can see from the gap over here. There is no gap. That means it has seated properly. Okay. Now when I have to put the spring plate, you guys decide yourself. Am I going to put it like this? Or am I going to put it like this? Guys, always remember the curved part. This is curved like this. Will come downwards over here. It should be something like this. Can you see? This gap over here, it should be like this. It should not be the opposite way. Not like this. If it is like this roto cap is not going to work. So please remember that. This is very, very important. It always has to come like this. Now all I need to do is, I need to put so this is the curved part coming. This is the clearance over here. Jai Mata Di, and I'll put this. This comes over here in the flat part. And I'll put this circlip with my hand itself. It's easy, guys. I said it's easy. Now let me prove it. Yo, Jai Mata Di. So my roto cap is ready, and that is how I'm going to make all of this ready as well. Copy it, guys. So please remember this, and I'm definitely going to show you the theory part with the diagram how it is working, because what I've explained right now कई बार दिमाग में नहीं घुसता है, for sure. Jai Mata Di.